Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Luening, Horst Luening, this is my son Ben, and today we present the Whisky Awards for September 2019.
The best whiskies of the month, September, that we think that should earn an award. So this is always the whiskies that we tried over the month. And now let's have a look what we tried. I think I know three of them. I think I tried three of them. I didn't try
this one. Was mine, yeah.
So you got one of the good ones. Usually we try the good ones we try together. So usually you find these whiskies here in the cask.
What we estimate.
But what we estimate before, but
sometimes it's
different.
Yeah.
De Kerdes, a 15-year-old Laphroaig. Usually it's an Isla festival. What was it? The name was
Feis Isle.
Feis Isle. Usually it's a Feis Isle exclusive. 15 years of age, first fill ex-bourbon barrels. It was an extraordinarily smoky whiskey.
For 15 years.
For 15 years. Usually when you have 15 years, it's kind of a bit of an older, mature whiskey. And the smoke tends to air out, oxidize, just become less intense. But this one remained pretty strong within the smoke and also had a bit of a marine flavor, and the first fill bourbon just gave it a bit of a nice fruity flavor.
So this is the main
sweet flavor.
Yeah, that's the main difference to the other Laphroaigs, because this is 100% first fill, and the others typically have a mix of first, second, and probably third fill. I don't know exactly. The next one is a Ben Nevis 2007. It's from Signatory Vintage. It's unchill filtered, uncolored, and it's high strength, 60.9 ABV. So this is a 121.8 proof. That's a lot. And this is an exclusive to our company. So unfortunately, just available inside Germany and Austria. And this is a triple distilled whiskey. One of the very few distilleries in Scotland.
Now I remember it.
Which triple distill. And this is from the Highlands, not from the Lowlands, where people tend to say the Lowlands are triple distilling. There are more distilleries in the Highlands distilling 3 times than in the Lowlands.
Yeah, there are a lot more distilleries in the Highlands. But this one was the 12-year-old with a lot of distillery character. So it was fruity pears, and it was incredibly round because you really realized it was a very fine distillation. So it was a distillery character that wasn't so alcoholic and sharp, but it was round and just pleasant to try.
So it was quite fruity in the top, and you had to dilute, of course. But without dilution, the alcohol wasn't that strong, wasn't that intense in your nose. It was not biting, so it was pleasant. You gave the award sign already, and here we have the third of the quartet, and this is a Highland Park. A single cask from Highland Park with 59.6 ABV, uncolored. You see this wonderful dark amber color from the sherry cask. And this was exclusively bottled for Germany. And it's American oak. It's a pungent from American oak used for sherry maturation. And I think there are these exclusive bottles for the countries everywhere on the world. So you should have a more or less comparable bottle in your country as well. This one is, well, a little bit more smoky than the 12 and 18-year-old, but I had Highland Parks which were even stronger in the smoke. So this is really a distinguishable smoke, but not that stinky like the Laphroaig. Yeah.
Interesting. I've had a few of the Highland Parks, and they were very, very mildly smoky. So
there's a little bit more.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the last one is a German whiskey. This got a half an award, and because we do not have half an award, we gave it one. This is one of the very outstanding German single malt whiskies from St. Kilian. It's a distillery in Upper Bavaria, and they started several years ago, and now this is one of the very first bottlings for years of age, and it was it was matured in a cask from a wine, how it's called, castle, close by, with a red burgundy cask. So this is a wonderful maturation with this whiskey, and the whiskey was produced on Scottish pot stills from Forsyth of Rothes, of the town of Rothes, and therefore the taste is very comparable to the Scottish one. If you have those local productions where you see a lot of eau de vie stills with rectifiers on top, the taste is always different to a real whiskey from Scotland. And so this one is a real whiskey like the ones from Scotland, but as you said, it's a little young.
It's a little young, yeah. I like the flavor component, what they found. So the additive maturation just really fit well together. But when you try it, you realize, oh, that nice. And then you realize, there are also some younger flavors, I would say, inside the bottle. So yeah, it deserves half an award.
Yeah, it's uncolored, of course. It took quite a bit from the cask.
I'm really excited about what happens when the whiskey becomes older. Yeah. Like when we sit here in 5 years or 8 years of time, how that's gonna feel like, how that's
St.
gonna taste.
It's a Scottish missionary, and he came to to northern Bavaria, to Würzburg, and there he had some Techtelmechtel with the wife of the Duke. And then he was killed, of course. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, have a look at Whisky.com. You will find the awards within the whiskey database. There you can just go to awards and then select the time and the year and the month. So you find all the whiskey awards we did back in the days when it was still called the Whiskey of the Month. So I think you can go back to last year and something like May or something like that. So yeah, have a look around there. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.